Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? I hope y'all are doing well. I'm going to be doing some space engineers today for a variety of reasons. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? I've been having a rather interesting day myself, mostly just because, ah, eh, I've had a couple start 6 minutes after, but most of the time I try to only get through one of the two, starting songs, but right. I still haven't been able to get in contact with the person who is responsible for signing off on websites because of all the systems that I got set up. Unfortunately, it would have been great to have them, but yeah, the person currently is, I think, studying for a thing for their job or trying to do something for their job, I think. And so they've been quite hard to get in contact with. So I think they were only available today from like basically noonish, which I was working at the time, so I couldn't unfortunately talk to them. Oh wait. Which world do I want to run? Load game. Probably do that before doing anything else. Let's see. What is creative 3? Was that creative world? Creative 3 test. Oh, there's red ship. Which one? Which one? I think I'll give it a test in Creative 3. I just need to figure out what mods Creative 3 has, just to be safe. Alright, yeah. Structural reinforcement I'll remove. I think that's it. Let me quickly do a check. I have which one? I have build vision. Okay, I do have build vision. I don't know if I have build info right now, but nope, don't have build info. Okay, then yeah, I'll load 3. Yeah, how y'all doing? I have a rather interesting day. I was just a little late to starting the stream. I had intended to start around 7, but I ended up getting distracted watching certain YouTube videos about like people reacting to leaves from the vine from Avatar: The Last Airbender. A couple of other videos of similar veins, so that was an interesting thing to do for starting the stream. Yeah. Yeah. Ba, ba, dum, ba. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm doing fairly decent so far. Just need to figure out what to do. Honestly, I have very little idea on how I want the ship that I'm going to be making today to look, or the size, or any of that. So I think I will probably pull up a couple of ships and just kind of give a good look and see, what kind of ship type looks interesting, and then build one of those. I kind of have an idea on a ship that I might want to make, but I don't really know as much. Actually, you know what? No, I think I'll go with that one. The type of ship that I think I'll make is, I think I'm gonna try to make a patrol cruiser. So that'll be an interesting one to do. Because I have not tried to make a patrol cruiser type vessel, at least not in the way that I'm thinking about it. It's a very specific idea that I have for such vessels. Because I have like a story idea for the ship, so I want to try to make a ship based on a part of a story that I've thought of. So it'll be an interesting thing to try to design based on that story idea. Because I don't think I've done anything for that story in a while. I think I've got a pretty decent idea on how to make this ship. So. Yeah. I think we'll probably be playing for 2-3 hours for today. So what was 3 anyway? Oh, this was 3. That's what 3 was. This was 3. I see. Three was the mining system version. All right, let's go into space and let that just kind of despawn. Because I think in space will be the easiest place to work on the ship design. I forgot about that ship, or that design. It was quite a while since I last worked on it, though. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Yeah, I think what I'm gonna end up making is a thing. This will end up being, I'm gonna consider it, I think it's a patrol cruiser style. I got a rough idea on the kind of design shape that I want to go with, which will be quite cool if I can make it work. I got a rough idea on size, but I think they had a good idea on how to make it work. So, yeah, pretty pleased with this idea. Because I'll probably spawn in the previous ship that I was going to have be the patrol cruiser, but I think I'll try to make it different than that. I think it'll be cool. Yeah. I would have to say it's interesting just kind of thinking about some of the different shows that I've been watching recently. I just started watching, I think it's called like Rerun. I think that's the name of the show yesterday, the anime. I think I started watching that yesterday. That was an interesting thing to watch. Wait to watch more of it tonight. But it's an interesting show. I don't know what else to say about it. It was pretty good. I definitely quite liked it. Find it funny because for some reason, after watching the first 3 episodes, my mind just kind of went on a what is it, contemplative, just constantly thinking about and contemplating how life is going. I don't know why that show caused that, but that's one of those interesting effects that sometimes occurs. I like watch a show or see a video, and my mind just decides to just contemplate how life is going. It's always a fun instant when that occurs. But it was definitely good. I quite liked it. I definitely find it interesting, just kind of the way that everything kind of pans out and starts. Because I think I got through the first 3 episodes where, like, yeah, since the character's an elf, 50 years is such a short amount of time that just kind of passes by. When one of the other people that she was friends with ends up dying, just how she kind of realizes needs to kind of slow from that. Interesting. And that kind of transfers into other parts of the show in terms of how the character act. Very interesting. Very cool. I liked it quite a bit. But, yeah. It's been one of my favorite things to watch as of recently. It's definitely interesting to just kind of listen to different stories or watch different stories and how characters interact with each other. Because I have an idea on stories that I'd want to tell, but I don't really know how to write characters. I don't know, I've just never thought of, when I think of ideas for stories, half of them revolve around an event, not as much as the characters that experience that event and how that changes the world and all the more. I always think of the big picture, but never the details of certain parts of the story. So it's interesting to watch stories that have really good character and how the character kind of drives the story versus kind of characters just experiencing the story. I don't know. Some of the weird bits that I've kind of thought of over the last couple of The last bit of the minute. I didn't find it just interesting. All right. Oh, what the frick was that? Oh, interesting. Who is this? Oh, well, that's interesting. Huh. Oh, yeah. Uh, oh, here now. I need to speed back up. Sorry, I just got distracted by a thing that was sent in the group chat. It's confusing me. It was just like, is that the? Now I want to check that. Dang it. Am I gaining in speed? I'm gaining in speed. That's not right. I was pressing the wrong button. That's why. I hate when that occurs. There we go. Let me check that again. Is that a person in that? What was? And okay, I will definitely watch that later. Good. I'm now wanting to double check this image because it's very confusing to me. One of those times where something that was sent in the group chat actually confused me, which is not a common occurrence. If it would please show up. Fine. Now it showed up. That's nice. Can you look at that? Yeah, that does look like that. That is... Well, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Sorry, I'm just very distracted by the image. I think it was like somebody in what looked like the sort of like mask thing that I think Marshmallow, that guy, has on. Like the X's for eyes thing. I think there was just some guy, I guess, that someone in that group chat ended up seeing. I have no idea which person that was. Right, let me type in Riggett. I want to check what other people do for a frigate design. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. This is a very interesting design. I want to look at this one. This is very interesting design. When that finally loads in. Let me just get the sun facing the right angle. There we go. Very interesting design. Huh. Which design is upright? This is upright, I think. Wrong button. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. That kind of spindly bit sticking out like that. That's kind of interesting. Its primary weapons are on the side, and it has no bridge. But it's an interesting design, nonetheless. Alright. Let's see. What other frigates do I have? Let's see. Not too many frigate designs. Okay. Here's another one. Roughly how big is this one? I have a rough idea. Okay. About... Really? This is only about 7,000 blocks. Very well detailed for that many blocks, I gotta say. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, and this is a hangar space. Okay. It's a fairly small hangar, but it's pretty nice. I actually kind of like this design. Okay. Alright. Kind of seeing this shape gives me a good idea on kind of how I want mine to look. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm also gonna just type in patrol. I want to see what other people do for patrol ships. Well, this is interesting. Not as many labeled as patrol. Interesting. Okay. And I'll do the syntax one. Come on. How big is this one? 1,500 blocks. Okay, quite a lot bigger. Oh, it's a small grid ship. Okay. Okay, this is very interesting for a patrol ship then. Okay. Yes. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. And this design. Okay. Ah. With the cockpit all the way back here. All right. I think I'm gonna go and take inspiration from these with the kind of pointed nose and it kind of getting wider, so the sort of triangular base shape. Yeah, I think I got an idea on how I want this design to look. Now it's time to delete the old. And start designing the ship. Alright. I think what we're gonna end up doing... I think I want to do the length first. Well, actually, you know what? Ooh. Oh, this is actually a big thing for me to think about with this design, because part of the way that that this patrol ship works is that it sort of acts almost like a patrol carrier in sorts. So it has either drones, kind of, yeah, either patrol drones slash um yeah, both a drone slash fighter system. I think what I'm gonna do, how big is my wrong buttons? Keep pressing the wrong buttons, dang it. Uh, let's see. Where's a ship that looks roughly reasonably sized for this mission? Alright. How big are you? You're 25, you're only 6,000. Destroyer. Ooh. Um. Oh. Yeah, it's very interesting because I'm just trying to think right now on the design idea that I have for this. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for a what are these? Uh, come on. I wish my mind would be kind of made up. Um, fortunately, it's not. Uh, I really, really wish that I had been a little bit more thoughtful of what I was going to be doing today before I started the stream. I very much sort of started without much of a thought to what I was doing, which is a horrible way to do a stream. Let's see. Where is it? Really wish I had a better kind of thought process. So blank right now, which sucks. What's the size on this frontier ship? I'm gonna say maybe 20. My mind, I wish I have ideas, but they're not clicking. None of the rough ideas that I have are currently clicking. There's an idea there, and I can see that there's an idea, but it's just it's on like the very edge of everything. You know, I think I'll go with roughly the size on this ship right here as like a rough idea. I don't know, it's hard to say because everything you build in this game really takes quite a effort. Make something really good, but because the other bit I think about is like Star Wars ships and their scale. So this is about 60 blocks. All right. Perfect. Do I have Control Z? I do, in fact, have Control Z. Perfect. All right. Yeah, so at about 60 blocks, that'd probably be my rough idea on size. We'll go that. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna go roughly this scale. Then we'll add this. I have absolutely no idea what this is going to be like, so it'll be quite fun to see. We'll add 4 there and 4 here. And then we'll add this. I have absolutely no idea what I'm making, so it's gonna be fun. Gonna have that. I think I'll expand this, that, and then good. We'll do similar to down here. And I think we'll extend this backward. Yeah, and then I think we'll go and we'll kind of seal it off here. Good. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of thinking something should work out eventually. Usually does. And then I think we'll, I think from about here, we'll go out, yeah, I think we'll go out about that size. And then good. So that's what? That is 1 too small. Good. And then I think I'm gonna go out. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, I think this is good. Well, we'll kind of continue this. Good. I think this is doing good. I have no idea what I'm making, by the way. All of what I'm putting down is literally just off the cuff, so that's kind of why I'm not talking as much as I usually would when I design something, is because I'm just thinking right now. The ship is just kind of flowing as I place blocks. I kind of like that look. And I think what I'll do, I think I'm gonna move these. And then we'll do this. We'll just kind of run a level like this. All right. I think this is actually pretty cool. Because as it shows for the ships, these would be spots for turrets. So do I have any guns? all in any of these patterns. I do not. That's fine. I think I'll use the advanced weapons. Yeah, I think these would probably be like an artillery battery. So you'd have artillery gun kind of in the middle here, an artillery gun basically right there. If I just grab a conveyor junction and then place it, it'd basically be artillery battery, and then artillery battery. And actually, I got an even better idea than that. Yeah, I got an even better idea. Not only for that, all right. That way, these even have a even greater firing arc. And it just kind of shows up on the side like that. Yeah, and then we can even add in a sort of, if I just fill this side in, oh, shoot. Deleted one extra block that I didn't want to. I have an idea. We'd go that there. Then I'll use the reinforced. And then add another reinforced here. Oh, I do in fact have it on number 1, apparently. And then go with sort of a, where that. A sort of almost extended battery design. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. Yeah, that's even, that looks really good this way. There we go. Yeah, I like that kind of look. And then maybe even going and doing a... That way it kind of looks like it's even more bolted onto the ship. I like that look. And so you'd have... That is a good, solid amount of weaponry just in that immediate front barrage. That would carry quite a lot of firepower and weight. Which I like. I like that look. I think it looks really good. And then I think coming up from, if I just use these to kind of create a sort of Let's get rid of all of that excess. And then I think we'd kind of go... and sort of a... and then I think we'd kind of do a... area where I think what I'll do is I will pull a sort of ramp up. Yeah, I like that kind of look. And then we kind of do something sort of like this. All right, and then we'll just do that. There we go. And then just kind of run a sort of... yeah, I think that's pretty cool. That sort of look. Where the split kind of deviates and then returns, and then maybe we can even do something sort of like this. Yeah, I like that kind of look as well. That is really good. That same sort of style would be mirrored one block up. Where we kind of go like that. I like that look. That looks really cool. And then what would go behind this turret? I think what I do is I do this. So we'd kind of go from here. That opens that up to being a lot bigger than it needs to be, but I think that's good because for about a landing area, I'd probably want at a minimum 10 blocks, maybe bigger, depending on how big I can make this opening area. And so I think making it slightly bigger than it needs to be would work pretty darn well for just allowing things to progress. Because I think what I might even do is I might even use pistons in the center to retract sort of a layer of plate. Maybe. Still, again, unsure, but I like the scale that this brings me to. Where we'd go... yeah. We'll go... very interesting. And I have no idea what I'm building, I just know I am building it. The design itself is rather an interesting one. Kind of a massive opening area, and then actually I got an idea. Okay, so it's not gonna be in that one. I like this idea. Where are these? There we are, these weapon blocks. Slow firing, high explosive torpedo. The idea of doing like torpedoes in this sort of area, I like that idea. I don't know if I'll go with it, but the idea is nice. I like it. How too big is this? Do I have... I do not. Okay, I need both the gates and the airtight hangar doors. Okay. Okay, that's fun. Fine. I will add an extra block like this. I think this will do good. Sorry for not really explaining my idea right now. I just... That's interesting. Yeah, I just sort of... Ideas keep popping in my head and I'm building. Sorry for being very not exactly explaining what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I think these would be at the top layer. I don't want to make sure that these look good, which would be difficult, but I think I can do that. I think Warfare Door 1 would be very good for the edges. So we kind of go Warfare Door 1, Door 1 I think would also be one block from the center. And windowed would be these 4. And door 2 would be that one and that one. And then I think from the bottom, these would need to be layer of blocks. Because I think that's what I would need. Just to make this work, because unfortunately the hangar doors are an odd size. I love the fact that those doors look how they do. Then I'll move these windowed. We'll do that one windowed. And I think I do one window there, one window there. I think I'll actually replace that one with windowed as well. And then we'd go door 1. Yeah, I like that look. And then I'd run over with the edge, just sort of almost superimposing the border of this. Good. And then we kind of go this way. And boom. We sort of have that as the hangar doors. And I think I'd take a line roughly from here. We're going to build from that point and then from this point. Just kind of like a line that kind of starts from there. I love that look. Doing the same thing under here. And doing the same thing over here. And I think what I do is from this point right here. We'll extend this in 2 blocks, and then I'm going to go just kind of downward like that. I like that look. I think that's really good. Oddly enough, this is a lot more interesting than the original idea was. And a lot bigger than the original idea was, but that's just the way that these kind of work. It just kind of slowly builds until it's so big that you just don't realize how large you're making things. And then I think what I'd do is I'd go in from about here. I actually kind of like that look. With maybe a final layer. Then just kind of going I like that. That's kind of cool. And then maybe running this in. They're going to split, running a sort of. Half inward split. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. And then kind of continuing from here, just backward. Oh, excuse me. I gotta like that kind of look Although, given that those are the scale of that, I think I need to end up with its length, which is an interesting one because a lot of the design elements that'll be showing up later on in this ship, as that kind of does its step upward a bit, I think I'm going to now continue this. As this sort of then, I'll also bring all the way across. Where I think what I'll do is run a dual upward here. Or just kind of bounds into it, as this just reaches further. Which is quite an interesting design element, I must say. Well, that just kind of reaches to grab that as it kind of lays out this. And I think what I had to do is I had to do, how wide is this section right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with that. What I might do is I might do this. I might just extend this by 1 block. Well, actually, no, because it kind of sinks in there, so I think that'll work better. What I'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. All right. Shoot. I didn't think about this entirely. Not great when that happens. I'm going to get rid of that block. I'm going to replace it for a junction. And then I'm going to replicate that so I can remove it here. Good. And then what we'll do is we'll just remove the interior here. Oh wait, why am I getting rid of that? Good. Need to get rid of these. And then we'll just remove this. And then we just... Good. And then I will just quite simply redo what I had previously done, just slightly further away. So rather than the 2 of these in the center, we'll do 2 more. Then we just do the glass. And then from the glass, we do 1 more of the standard hanger doors. Then we do the door 2. And then we do 1 more standard door. And then we add the airtight right there. And we make sure that this is replicated. So I look on the outside here. How does this go? 1 block after that's when that expands. So, because now that lines that up with that. Yes. Perfect. And so now after that, we do the upward. And then still got the one beneath it. Yes. I'm getting really tired of those happening like that. And then we just... Good. Wait a second, that's better. Oh, for frick's sake. 1 block, not the whole line. Ah. There we go. That doesn't look right. That's because it wasn't right. We'll add 1 more here. There we go. And then we'll just do this. Voila! It allows for this to, when it opens and closes, all the ships to kind of be able to go in and out while also not looking too thin. I actually kind of like that. Good. And it makes that fit properly, which I like. Quite a great deal, actually. There we go. And then, yeah, we'd have like a custom turret, maybe a dual rail gun right there. And I think after that, I think we kind of have a dual layer. So we're going to have this layer. At least for these 5 blocks. So I'm just going to make this flat. You know what? No, I got a better idea than flat. we're gonna go down a block and do the 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll use this end to kind of come back up and meet back up with that. And then I'm just going to use that to kind of use this. And then we're just going to kind of run a layer like this. Like that. So you just kind of have this inset square. Well, we'll probably add something else down here later, but the other thing that'll go on is after this point, I'll use a piece coming from, and we'll use a half block there. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, then we'll use a half block so then that interim section gets seen more. So maybe using a half block like this to expand this out. Then using the half block before a solid block. And then we kind of just go that wide and then just kind of just let it just continue backward now. Allowing for most of this to be there. So you kind of see into the opening without doing too much. And then on top of here, maybe doing... This ship is going to be huge once this is done. Oh well. Because the idea would be that this would have at least 2 of a primary armament that I want to have. Yeah, at least. Actually, I might do 3 of this primary armament, which now requires me to make this go even wider. But I think before I make it go wider, I might add in another sort of recessed point, maybe. I don't know. It definitely doesn't have the best point defense on that front nose section, but I actually kind of like that. As the ship just kind of gets wider, bigger, more imposing. Because, yeah, I think that would be dual barrel. I think we might have maybe, I don't know, 4 duals, and then maybe, nah, I think we might go 5 or 6 dual barreled of these, because what would be right here would be a probable either dual or triple rail guns. And then I think I might do 1 or 2 larger guns. How big are these, now that I think about it? Because I have the cannons and turrets mod. Right? Don't I have extra cannons and turrets? Oh, no, I only have these ones expanded cannons. I don't have the vanilla version. Let me get those real quick so I can test something, because I have an idea. Exit, save, yes. This ship, I think we'll probably have the frame done by the end of tonight. You know, as long as I don't overdo it, which is probably likely. But I got an idea now, and I love this idea. But it is going to be so large that it'd be very ridiculous. But I absolutely love it. So we're going with it. Mods. Where is vanilla cannons and turrets? I will do that. There it is. These ones. There we go. That should be all I needed. Because I might use 2 different versions of the ship. A modded and an unmodded. Which mostly just changes what the custom turrets would be. But I like this idea. The other bit that'd be kind of cool would be setting up sort of a drone area. Maybe like some mining drones or something on this thing. Although, given this thing's size, what I might be able to do is I might be able to make a custom torpedo. Like 1 or 2 custom torpedo launchers. And I don't mean like, you know, the small rockets. I mean like, you know, almost large block scaled custom torpedoes. I'd probably make small block versions, but these would be, you know, like 5x5 large. So like 1 large block in diameter torpedoes. And probably having like 3 or 4 of them being launched at once. Just, ooh, I love this idea. Because one of the ideas that I had about this ship was the way that everything kind of, in the story that I'm thinking about, the way that these cruisers operate. You have 2 different variants, the patrol and the regular. The patrol variant would be more situated for greater reconnaissance, more antennas, larger dishes, that sort of stuff. Okay. Ah. There we go. Holy sh... How big are these? Oh god, I pressed the wrong button. Oh. How about after you do some... I might do that. How long are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. These are 20 blocks long. That is ridiculous. ridiculous. I love it though. Given that scale, I don't think I'd be doing the doing anything any favors by giving it that big of a gun. Although maybe I could make it work. Depending on how it looks if I do this. How much further past that does that... Ooh. That doesn't look half bad, especially if I did a third one in this sort of crack area. That would be really cool. Yeah, I like those. And it'd be fairly easy to just replace those with the standard, with probably triple rails rather than the siege. But I think those siege cannons fit well there. They don't look too big, but they would cover quite a lot of area. I do want to quickly do a test with the siege cannons, so I'm just going to quickly just I don't remember just how strong the siege cannons are, so I am going to throw up actually, why don't I do it this way? The more reasonable way to do this. I want you, a cockpit. Where is these? Ion thrusters. Good. That works pretty darn well. As a test platform, this works pretty darn well. Where are the... There it is. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. And then I just need to go find some, well, batteries, obviously, yes. And where are some gyroscopes? Do I have any gyroscopes? I do not. I will use the Protect gyroscopes because I do believe that they are stronger than the standard gyroscopes. And then I'm going to go this way. Go F10. And then I'm going to spawn in what would be a good test subject. How about this frigate escort? Come on. There we go. All right. This is a fairly simple test. And fire. How much damage does a siege cannon do? It what? Okay, so it struck here. It definitely did some damage, though. I know that one of these had a... What did it hit that took a good brunt of that damage? Because that seems a little weak if that's all that that did. Oh wait, did it deflect a little bit? Is that why there's this? I don't know. I'm gonna aim more towards the nose to see if I can't get a more definitive shot. Yeah, I should make a solid cube. I'll do that test in a second. I'll just fire this one more time so I get a view on the ship. Then I'll use the rail guns, because that'd be the vanilla comparison. So I struck... I think I just struck the gun. I don't think I did any other damage but the gun. Not great. Okay. How about a rail gun? We'll just simply... We'll just grab the rail gun and we'll do a similar test. G, rail gun number 2. It's gonna take a little bit for it to charge up, but then I get to do the test. Yeah. I will do a cube test in a second, but I just want to test it on a ship first, then I'll do the cube. Come on, finish your replenishment of the railgun. Alright, so we shot roughly... What did I hit? Oh, dang it. Did I think I hit right here. Yeah, I think I hit just right here. Where did it? Oh, it hit right here. Okay. So it went through there, and struck these blocks. Kind of did like a glance. Came down, I think, here. Because that's a cube. So I think I deformed that cube. I did minimal damage to anything that's not surface level, but I did cut a hole through the thing, so. But this is a lot harder to get a definitive sort of idea on just how much stronger one is than the other. Although it did take out the octuple barrel gun, which I would probably also give myself a couple of those. Just a couple octuple barreled like this. Just small grid. I think these are, what kind of guns are these? Assault cannons. So, yeah. We'd also do probably octuple assaults. And probably a couple of minis. There'd be a lot of guns on this ship. Alright, it is time to grab you. Big wall. Cut that. Make the big wall. And big wall. We are going to go. We'll go for a basic, I don't know, 5, 6 layers thick. That's 5. We'll go one more layer. And then we will fire both guns again, and we will see the effect. So we'll fire railgun that way. I forgot to make it stationary. So, delete it. Do this again. Make a massive signboard piece. I was hoping that I could fire on the ship and that would give me enough detail on just the difference between these two guns, because I was hoping it'd be a lot easier to see, but it wasn't. Alright, let's go. Big square of steel blocks. One, or I think it's this last one's needed. How thick? 6 thick. Good. Then we're just going to come over here. Info station. Good. Now this would be way more armor than you'd see any natural event, so alright, that should be more than enough to have a comparison to. I just need to, running again. Okay, so this one has a wider area of effect. So the siege kind of wipes an area out, whereas the railgun, which I believe is this hole right here. So rail guns would make a pierce. None of the damage got through on the siege cannon, but the siege cannon basically would strip a layer of armor off of it. Okay. And now I kind of want to fire the siege cannon one more time, see how a 2-shot siege cannon effect works. Okay, and it's got a relatively slow reload. Got it. Okay, and yeah, it basically punches a fairly sporadic hole through the basically side of whatever it hits. Okay. Now I'm just gonna go do this. And then we just do the same thing one more time. And repeats one other time. Reset the wall. And then I'm going to do one other test. Well, actually, I'll be doing 2 other tests. Which is... So, if a railgun does that amount... One question would be, how much do the torpedoes do? Because we have a torpedo launcher. And then the other question, which I have, is does delay in impact timings do a difference? Since these fire slightly off center from each other, does that create a bigger or less sizable explosion? So we'll fire that. G, torpedo launcher. Fire that one first. And then I'll just quickly go check on it. Because I really want to know more about the modded weapons that I have access to. There's a dent, but it's not really as big as I would have expected that to be. Okay, so now we'll test one more thing, and then we will call this the testing complete. What's the sort of damage of a duel? Especially with the slight delay between the two. Okay, so it's just basically if you fired one and then the other is the sort of damage it does. So 2 blocks deep, wide area of a scattered sort of effect, but nothing truthfully overly impactful. I guess I should also test the 203 and 302 and whatever else millimeter guns we have. That way I've got a good idea on which weapons I would be using for the modded version of this gun. Good. And then I'll just use the last couple of guns. So we have 203, 305. Wait, what? 203 cannon, 305 cannon. It's just those two? Yeah. But in the small grid, there's a lot wider variety, I guess. Okay. So we'll just test the 203 and 302s. G. This is the 203. Oh God. And this will be the 302. Right? That's what it's called. The 203 and the 302. No, 305. So it's the 203 and the 305. All right. Considering most of this was pretty damaged, I don't know how well that is now that I think about it. I'm gonna do the test again. Frick's sake. Okay, where the frick is my thing? We're just going to run this real quick. Wait, do I have any repair? Do I have any of the laser multi-tools? Nope. Don't have any of the repair mods on right now. You know what? I have a better idea. Remove. This would just be quicker. Remove. And then redo. I don't know why I didn't do this first. Oh, good. I have a standard gyroscope. I'm going to replace the gyroscope I am using with this one just because extreme gyroscope, not so fun to use. Yeah, 203 versus the 305. Now I can get a good solid comparison of those two guns. Where did the 203 hit? Where did the 203 hit? Wow. The 203 is really bad, I guess, because I don't see any mark. This one made some mark at least, but I don't see the other one. I'm gonna give it a second attempt. Good. And now I know exactly where I hit. So now I can make a better look at just how much damage it did. What is the range on the 203? What is that range? I have no idea. Oh wait, these have HE and AP and HE. Okay. So maybe one's using HE that's just not doing anything? I don't know. Okay. Copy the board. That way I can just delete and replace. And then I want to go, 203 AP. HE. 305 AP. And 305 HE. And then I am going to place a second one of these above. There we go. So the second one will be for the HE, and the bottom one will be for LE, or not LE. So this is 203. So we'll load in the HEs first. And then we'll have 203. I think I hit it. All right, that one definitely hit it. Neither appears to have made much a difference. So I'll fire a second shot of both. So when this one finishes, we'll fire the second shot of HE. Then I'll switch over to the AP so I can get a view on whether those are that. Good. Now, did this actually do pretty much any damage? Very minor damage. No damage to anything to the sides. These were the HE? Okay, I'm gonna fire the other shells, but I'm gonna make this much thicker. We're gonna make these 10 and then see if that makes any difference, because that was supposed to be the high explosive, and it acted more like a armor piercing. So I'm gonna double both of these up. C. Control delete, yes. Control V. good. And then we'll try the... because that's interesting. Okay. These are the armor piercings. And then we'll just fire 2 on each side. And then 1 more. Then we'll grab the HE and we'll fire that one. Again at the top, just to see if maybe the HE just had so much armor piercing value. Where's the AP shells? Ah. No, wait, no, I want HE. High explosive shells. And then we'll go fire 1 of each high explosive or 2 of each high explosive. I love doing the science of whether or not this actually is working correctly. Because hopefully I can get a better view on how these shells work. Because if it pierces through the armor and then explodes, that would be very interesting as an internals menace. But if it only just continues to go through, that would not be good. Okay. So the AP shells. Alright, they went through. This one went all the way through. That one ended up getting stopped. This one, no idea what happened there. But this shell pretty much went all the way through. So all of the APs went through. And then how did the high explosives go? This high explosive went almost all the way through. Oh no, it did go all the way through. Okay, how did the bigger high explosives go? The bigger high explosive seems to actually have stopped it. Interesting. It's very odd. Because you'd think that with this being the armor piercing, it would have gone all the way through as they did. But then you'd think this being the high explosive would have actually done less. Interesting. I did not expect this. Okay. yeah, I think I'll just stick with the modded version using those there, but then having rail guns as sort of tertiary or secondary weapons. So using the 3 up here, because honestly I think that just looks cool. Because then the other thing I could do is let's see, what are they called? Ooh. Yeah. I think I might go with glass. Oh, I just had an idea. The bay window glass might be actually really good for this. How does... Okay. So that's what that changes. Interesting. Okay. I'll still use the default for now, but if I just added, like, glass... I think that looks absolutely amazing. Alright. I think I'll probably do this, work on this both on and off camera. But given the size, I think the last thing I'm going to do is just kind of work out a sort of length on this thing. So I'll just... I'm gonna go over to the center bar here and just go this way. So nice of that stop happening. Now we'll just fly backward a bit. That still feels a tad short. So we'll extend it a little bit further. Yeah, it feels about more. Even then, that sort of feels short. It feels like it needs to go still maybe another 20. Which makes this at a minimum 100. Yeah, I kind of like that scale. That looks a lot nicer for scale. And then yeah, I think we'll change over to SOCOM. Now, I just decide to snip that, grab that, run all the way to the end of the other one just to get a rough scale. Just so I get a length. Really gotta love the major roughness of this so far. All right, back. Now the tests go. Well, after testing some of the guns, I found out that some of them don't actually have a difference. Okay, so I'm about 130 blocks in length. Alright. Perfect. Yeah, I was just saying I'd probably be moving them over to SOCOM soon. And this is gonna be a very large ship. Because we have these. I've found that these do very good at sort of hitting, and they don't really penetrate any depth. Like, the shells don't really penetrate. But what they do is if they hit like an armor, they sort of shatter and break up the armor in that section. No. You get, if I just go to wrong, dang it, wrong one. There are AP and HE on the, on those ones. Oh, right. I forgot about the Prototech, guns. Yeah, we have some smaller, but most of the ammo pretty much doesn't do too much different. I did forget about looking at the Prototech guns. The Prototech Plus guns. Large Prototech railgun. Oh, that's an ore detector. That's an artillery. How big are these? Okay, so these are the standard 3x3x5. Both of these are... Alright. Okay. So that's that versus... the heavy artillery turret is quite a bit bigger. Okay. So these are much more sizable. Ooh. The large Prototech railgun. Very interesting. But, yeah. I'll have to test those later. But I think this is going to be a very nice ship. Although, I am going to say that this thing is going to be huge. Because I'll probably end up with the stationary siege cannons. So we'll have stationary siege cannons, and then we'll have a couple of regular laser turrets. And I may actually even get rid of this turret right here and replace it for maybe customs, as well as maybe in here a custom turret. But I do like that kind of batch of turrets, maybe having one or two of these batches of turrets. So maybe one here, one behind here, and then maybe, I don't know what I'd put on the edges, because honestly, this ship is huge. And to be honest, a good chunk of the inside for a period here will be that. But, alright. I think we're going to move over to SOCOM now, because I only plan to go till 11:30 roughly as a maximum. So if I'm going to do any SOCOM, I'm going to do it now. So we'll do that. So we'll come over to that. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. I have somewhere pressed the caps lock button again. So I have and combined assault, right? Is that the one that you which socom do I have again? It is combined assault. Okay. There we go. Update that. Come over here. Later. All right. Let's see. Come on, wake up, please. I need to make. There we go. Good. I need to do this. There we go. I got those set up. Perfect. Good. Okay. There we go. Okay. Come on, phone. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you said instant action? Which was the buttons for instant action? Those were those buttons. I don't remember any of the buttons anymore. Okay. Okay, there we go. So, okay. I know spacebar's X. Okay, so the D-pad would be the mouse wheel. Good, good. Left button is R1. That's F, Q, E. Okay. I think I remember it. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I can change that. Tactical area. Mission type. Okay. Okay. Oh, triangle's back. Triangle's what? R? No. Which one was triangle again? Was that shift? Shift was triangle. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Alright, select. 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 Okay. So that's the HK5. Whoa. What is this? Weapon. Yeah, I could do that. Anti-material sniper rifle. Okay. Alright, sniper. Right. Okay, so this has less range. I think I might go with... Ooh. Ooh. Is dual drum light support weapon. Ooh. Do I want to run one of those? We have the mark that or the 2 that. This one just appears to be better. Flashbang. Ooh, a grenade launcher. Ammo, armor, smoke, HE. Red smoke, flashbang. I think we'll go with the standard. I could either do suppressor, laser, or empty. I will go pistol, laser. I could go thermals. A red dot. 4. A bipod. That's more load, but doesn't do anything. Yeah, we'll just stick with the 4X. And we'll go with the bipod. Good. All right. Do I want to change any of theirs? No, I think we'll stick with what I got. All right. So I think this is us just continuing what we did the previous mission. And we'll do that one. We'll just complete it again.
You'll need to locate and defuse the explosives.
Oh. Why are we up here?
Return to the mission area, soldier.
Okay. I don't realize that I was doing a defuse bomb mission.
Team, you'll need to locate and defuse the explosives.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. It's V, right? Okay, so I think they're already running. Yeah, I just didn't realize that that's what I chose. Okay, they are still running with me.
Enemy found, Chief. Hostile sighted. Commander, this one's moving.
Oh, you're friendly. My bad. Z to open the map.
Going on, no other option.
Okay. Defuse bomb. Okay.
Now! Grenade!
Got a grenade!
I do not have nearly enough ammo. Where is this guy? Let's see. Where's bombs? The bombs are over this direction, right? Yes. These guns are very bad weapons to try to use for this. Ow! What? I have somehow managed to take a wrong turn somewhere. Right, now I'm going in the right direction. Yes. Okay.
That doesn't look like one of the good guys, sir. Stay alert. This guy's on the move. Going hot. No other option.
This thing works well on suppressive fire, but all right, so there's a bomb towards this way.
Over there, sir.
Where is he? He's up on the hill. Shoot.
Нарушители!
It's him or me.
Uh-oh, I've got one bullet left. Somehow the explosive is next to me.
I'm gonna put them down.
There he is.
Oh good, I now have more more weapons, or more things for this. Wait, where is this guy? Gotta love my suppressive fire gun.
Contact sighted. On the move.
I've got to engage.
Diffuse bomb. Is there only the one bomb? And are these potential locations of the bomb? Or are these one bomb for each location? Locate and defuse the bomb located in the area. Okay, so there's one bomb in 3 locations, potentially. Okay. Potential. Okay. Well, it's not in this location, and I don't believe it was in the other location. Right? So the other location's the helicopter. I'm not getting a thing for defusal, so I believe the bomb is going to be in the other locations, which are further this way.
Contact sighted. Spectre is out of commission. Do we need to abort? Gotta open fire.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this gun. I really don't like that gun. I'll still run defuse, but I'm gonna grab a different gun. Excessive weight and the lack of selective. Offering excellence. Alright. M8. I'll take an M4A1. Ooh, underbarrel grenade, or is this underbarrel shotgun? Okay. There's the beanbag, extra clips, frag, smoke, HE, red smoke, thermal, red dot, scope, suppressor, rifle, front. We'll take an HE with... Ooh. Wait. And then we'll take a 4X scope. Alright, I like that design. And then, since I've got a grenade, I will take... I'll go in with smoke. All right. I think that's a decent kit. And we'll try that. Hopefully this will be a better gun.
Team, you'll need to locate and defuse the explosives.
Over there, sir.
I don't remember how to take it off of bursts. Middle mouse. Okay. B as the own. Hi, you. And then how do I use the grenade launcher again? Those are what? They're not special options, are they?
Can't wait, sir. I'm firing.
Fuck, they lower the mouse. Ow. Okay. Are the in the same general vicinity, same locations. All right. I do really wish I remembered all the buttons, but it's been a while, so I don't remember any of them. Would that be... Okay. Whoops.
Too hot here. Gotta engage.
All right. Okay, and then going forward.
Hold up.
I'll chill here, sir.
Oh. Oh. Okay. What was it?
Hostile in view.
No, that's not the right button. V is the command tab, right? Yes.
Hoo-yah!
Fire at will. Follow
you,
me.
Chief.
Нарушитель!
Ow.
We need new orders. Spectre is down. I repeat, Spectre is down.
I'm not great at this. Well, I don't play games like Call of Duty. No, I try not to do any sort of gun combat in Star Citizen. Alright. So it looks like I got one grenade.
Team, you'll need to locate and defuse the explosives.
Oh no, I've got 3 grenades. Where are they? There they are. Okay,
Got one in range, sir.
I'm well aware.
They're too close. I'm firing.
Shit. Okay, Ow. You stop shooting me.
He's firing, sir. I gotta shoot.
Where is this guy?
Нарушители!
Ow. Fuck you. I wish I could have shot him 3 times in the back just to be safe. Are they all gone this way? Where is he? All right. I'm gonna take the things I can. Not so great at doing this. Alright, we'll stick with the gun. Nope, that's not right. All right. There we go. Okay.
Gotta open fire.
I'm not great at this game, but that's not really a problem. All right. Where's the other guy? There you are.
Target acquired.
Come on. Boom. He's dead. Where's the other guy? There's apparently 2 of them. I don't have a shot on the other guy, though. Oh, there he is. There we go. Got him.
Нарушители!
Ow. Come on. Ow!
Under fire!
Damn it.
Chester to base. Spectre is down. What are our orders?
Dang it. I hate that so much. I hate the shotguns. The enemies having shotguns really does just fuck me up. And it's not really any chance of being any sort of tactical unless you basically
You'll need to locate and defuse the explosive.
sit at one location. Okay. I got an idea. I don't know if this is gonna work though. Massively did not work. There he is.
Watch it. Hostile sighted. Contact sighted. On the move.
Ah, up on the ridge. Come on. Eliminate those two. You do have the ability to lean with your mouse. So you can take cover, take pod shots, and yes, get higher angles for your underbarrel. Oh. Do I have angles on the other guy right now? Or is he still behind a tree? There he is. Got him. All right. Fire team. Fire at will.
Going. Weapons free.
Weapons free, you guys. Weapons free. For frick's sake, I wish my device would. Phone is doing really stupid stuff right now, which is really starting to get me annoyed. Come on. Then we'll complete the defuse a bomb segment, and then we'll probably call the stream there. Where is this dude?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have contact. Incoming! Damn! Grenade!
Light up the bush. I have no idea what happened to the dude, but we hit the bush, so... Alright. Eliminate him.
There's one.
Alright. Alright, let's see. Okay, both of these bombs are in a sort of area. I have no idea. Lovely. Stream instability? That's not great. Is this the area I want to go in? Yes. Okay. Alright.
Tango sighted.
Однажды мы станем независимыми.
Dang it. No. What? Back now? Oh, good. L1 is... Oh, wait, no, it's...
Got a visual on tangos.
Alright, you ran out of this ammo type. Oh, defuse bomb.
Good work defusing the explosives, team. Mission complete.
Yay, we did it! We did it! All right. It's yes. Regard 1. Yes, overwrite data. All right. All right. I'm gonna run a demolish mission type. And I am gonna run a wait. Okay. No. What did I do? Should I not have save stated? Should I not have save stated? Oh. I wonder if Twitch has less delay. I don't know. Don't watch the HK5. High fire rate. I think I'll go with the M8. Airburst? What? A rifle-mounted grenade that can detonate at set distance or upon impact, used for causing damage to objects and personnel. I was going to tell you to check your score so you knew how you did. Make sure you do that after this demolish. Delay test 1, 2, 3. Thermal, red dot, scope, suppressor, bipod. Okay, so we have an air burst. What is this? Okay, is that just more rounds? I'll take a 4x scope. I think instead of smoke, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'll go HEs. I think I'll stick with. I think we'll go with armor. 2 minutes of delay. What? No, there can't be 2 minutes of delay. Oh god. I mean, there might be. I was just looking at how far delayed my other stuff is. Jeez. I don't know why there's such bad delay. All right. I think we're gonna go with this. We'll run with this setup. Same areas, so we'll just get a good checking on things.
We need you to demolish the targeted location.
Okay. Where's our demolish? Okay. Demo weapons crates. There are 4 of them. Okay. Okay, and I have 5 of these charges. Oh. They didn't work very well. I do like one-shot kills, though. There's 2 of them. Damn you. There we go. Dang it, past 52 seconds is when you get this of delay. There he is. Eliminate him. I love using my high ground to just pick off the enemies from this angle. Die, you. I keep pressing the wrong button. I see that, Puff. That's you hitting snow. I noticed. The snow right in front of you. Yeah, I noticed. I just had a thought. If I... Okay. So I have totaled that many. All right. All right. That path is clear. Good.
Firing at will.
All right. Good.
Tango in.
Bravo.
Right. What do you want me to do with them? Moving now, sir.
All right.
I am in place, sir.
Bravo. I'm not actually in the area that I want to be in, so we'll hold off. Now we'll tell Bravo.
On the move, Chief.
Move to.
I'm here. What do you want me to do?
Let's see. Oh, did he eliminate the guys already? Didn't see where he was. Use Q, quickly tell him to move. Ah, that's very useful.
Here he is.
Oh, come on, get closer. I want to blow you both up at once.
Go there.
Moving out.
Well,
I need you there.
Moving now, sir. I am in place, sir.
Move to target.
No need for a cab. I'll walk.
let's see.
Hostile sighted.
Good.
They need better aim to take out SEALs.
Well, that worked. All right. Where are the explosives? There's one weapons crate at the end of this line.
In position, Chief.
All right. Good.
There's one.
All right. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Get going.
Cab. I'll walk.
All right. So we'll tell them to go over there. As soon as they get through. Before they get through.
Commander, I've got a moving contact.
You two. Make it your way in. All right, no more contacts over here. All right.
I'm here. What do you want me to do?
Are there not supplies over here? Let me guess, it's another one of those where it's one of the supply drop locations. All right, well, then we get moving. All right. So where is the other location? There's one by the helicopter. Then what we'll do is we'll try to assault the helicopter location from about where we come out of this. There they are. Okay.
Watch it. Hostile sighted.
All right.
Move it.
Understood, sir.
All right. Come on, let's go. I know where the other guys are being told to move directly to the explosives. I want to check the other positions first, though.
Смотри! Вон там!
Oh, hi.
I am in place, sir.
All right. Took those two out. Okay. So it would have been basically on that bridge, which it was not. Next station's just a little further in front. All right, that took him out. I don't know if he has a buddy or not, but if he does, the buddies should be... Oh, nope. Both of them were taken out with the single explosive. Perfect. We breached, checked, and cleared. And now to the actual location with the explosive.
Contact sighted.
He's dead.
I need you there.
On the way, sir.
All right. Good. Good. Hi, buddies. All right, let's go explode the cache.
At the destination, sir. Standing by for further orders.
Alrighty. This area should be definitely clear. Cleared of all hostiles. Got it. Place the satchel charge.
Good work demoing the target, team. Mission
Yay! All right. Bang, bang, bum. That was pretty fun. Alright. Alright. So 7-8. Nice. Nice. Alright. Alrighty. I think we're about time to go watch the thing for the reaction, and then yeah, watch the reaction at this point now, I think. So we want to save states. Okay. 7, 8, 2, 5, 6. Oh, this save states. There we go. Nice. I did fairly decent. Wasn't horrible. Now press S. S. Use S. S. Oh. Use S. Wait. What? Use S. Use S. What did I do? What did I do again? Oh. I thought I had checked status. Or stats. Sorry. that checked the stat. My bad. Alright. Alright. You know what? These are relatively quick. So I think we'll go with a demolish. Will do. I think what we're gonna do, since I still haven't done the checking of the stats, I think I'm gonna stick using the M8, but I'm going to use the air burst with a 4x scope. Yeah, I didn't realize I didn't, so I'm gonna do that this time. And we're gonna go on smoke. Okay. I will check those when I finish this one. We'll run one more then. We can run one more.
Team, we need you to demolish the targeted location.
And let's see. So we start all the way over there. And that's where they are there. Okay. So we got 2 over there, 1 over there. Alright.
Careful, guys. I see a hostile.
Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to tell the other team to run over we're going to tell one team to view fire team. We're going to tell everybody I think we'll do move to. Actually, no, I want to go. We want to go Bravo, move to.
You got it, sir. On my way. Time to take these guys out. Tango spotted, sir. Hostile sighted.
All right. There we go. Oh wait, there's no reason for me to go up, is there? No, there's not. Got him. All right.
Move to target.
Bravo, move
On
to
the way,
me.
sir.
All right. All right, let's get in closer. So what I want to do is I want to sneak Bravo to the other side of the bridge, I think. So I'm going to tell Bravo,
Putting
hold
out my
fire.
sir.
Fire team, good. Okay, good.
I'm where you want me, sir.
I want to look towards those houses. And I'm going to tell Bravo team, stealth
Gonna
2.
stay out of sight as much as possible.
Good. Okay. I'm going to sit like this.
Target acquired.
Understood. Stay stealth. The other guy is stealth, right? Yes, because I don't even see him. Good. Okay. Okay, that's not great. Okay. Good. Are they over there yet? Nope. They are not. Come on, get in position, please.
No choice but to shoot.
Fuck it. Fine. Bravo.
Now
Fire
we're
at
talking, Chief.
will.
Going hot.
Move to.
Moving there now.
Watch it. Hostile sighted.
Ow, why is he here? Fighting retreat, fighting retreat. Where is he? Fucking hell. Bravo,
there.
No
move.
need for a cab. I'll walk.
Move to target.
Moving now, sir.
Patched up and ready for action.
Okay. Wasn't supposed to be action. Not yet, at least. Where is he? Dang it.
I am in place, sir.
Finally. You move into play. That's not great.
That's it. Gotta go hot. I've got a hostile, but he's moving.
Frick's sake. All right, where is it?
Target acquired.
Not in the building. All right. I'm gonna breach and clear in this house. Clear. All right. So the other locations are in front of me. All right.
Get on it.
Right on your tail.
Good. Good. Come on. Where are they? Clear.
Good work demoing the target, team.
Good.
Mission complete.
Ah, I was hoping to get through all of my bullets. Ah, okay. 7100. And then you said S? Oh, okay. I see it. Okay. Objectives completed. Objectives failed. Time score. Nice. Teamwork's down. Contribution difference. Teamwork's alive. Time seen 23. Accuracy about 20. Standard kills 19. Headshots 5. Player score. Standard kills 14. Headshots 5. Well, that's nice. Time seen was 8. D. Okay. You get like a point breakdown. I was apparently 71% of that and 25% of the team score on stealth. Now use Z. I did use Z. You probably were that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Nice. Good. Contribution difference. I don't really know what that means, but we'll go with that. And then if we do that, this would have been the other one. Time seen 6. He got 1 kill. Pretty weak. This guy got 2 kills and was seen 4 times. This guy got 2 kills and was seen 5 times. Nice. Which did, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then overall, And then if you do that, you get all the points. Okay. You wish to save your spats. Yes. 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 All right. And then it's time to go raid somebody. Alright. So, now what we're gonna do is back. Yes. Good. Then we save state. Save slot 1. Good. And then we close the game. Exit and save states. Oh wait, I almost forgot to do the reaction. That wouldn't have been good. Come on. Here we go. Nice. Ah, rare. Baron. Okay. There we go. Ah, right. And then there we go. I have absolutely no idea what this is, so we'll see how this is. All right. This is. I have no idea what this is, so hopefully everyone. Yeah. All right, here we go. Do this. I don't know what this is
では
necessarily.
一つ頼み事を、それも含めて解読をお願いしたいのです。
I think I understand what this is now.
期待以上だ。
Well, I have no idea what's being said, so. But. Yeah. Alright then. Alright then. Alright then. Alright then.
Ship reporting.
Oh god, this is. Well, alright then. Alright then. Just. Alright. Nice little armor column.
あれがリー。仕方がない。
Make sure you see the comments. I can't see comments.
Warning, nuclear missile launched.
逃げるよ。
Yeah. I have restricted mode on, so I can't see comments. Unfortunately.
You are victorious.
But That is really funny. All right. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't see the comments. So if there's any ones that were really funny, if you want to maybe just send them over to me or whatever. But that was really good. That was really, really good. All right. Let's see. Apparently, there's a lot of people playing Roadcraft that I'm being recommended to go check out. Uh. Oh. Wait. Does that mean every comment I've made on your videos is also not visible? No. Comments left on my videos I can see. For instance, I just go over here. Your latest one was on the Star Citizen clip where you put pre-puberty Captain Ton or Captain. So I see those ones and the hello 300 plus folks. I see those. I just can't see comments on other people's stuff. Which is annoying, but meh. Any of the shorts get any better than they? Nope. All shorts kind of fizzled out. Alright. You know it's better than building a family with ferns? Build an army of ferns. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Who do we want to raid? Let's see here. Really wish I could see some of these. Who do we want to raid? Everyone. What the Baron? It's a forest. Everyone. Why did you say it's a fern? Because it's a whole bunch of ferns. Oh god. Oh god, that's it's funny, but no. Is there no one that I'm following that's currently optional for rating? It doesn't look like it. Uh who do we want to raid? Let's see. Let's see. Anyone? Oh, shoot. Pressed the wrong button. Dang it. I hate when I do that. All right. Let's see. Right. Explicit. Let's see. What is he doing? X. Ah, I see it. X Twisted. He's playing SOCOM. All right. All right. Yeah, we'll go raid him. All right. Now that we got the guy who we're raiding, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and watching. I've been Captain Tundraxis, signing off.